Johnson, it was all about VJ Max. The Sixers' dynamic backcourt, VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, they combined for 59 points. So let's go to Beantown to see how this one went down. We're going to pick it up in the first quarter here with Jaylen Brown attacking the rack.
Ooh. Oh, no.
How do you feel about that tee? I'm going to allow the trash talk after that.
Absolutely.
I think it's absolutely allowed. Let him play. But we would, Shanae, see the VJ Edgecombe effect early and often in this one. He came out aggressive.
I know we have a Rookie of the Year battle, right, between Khan and Coop, but he's been such a delight to watch. That's a Malika Andrews word because he is just explosive. But when he's knocking down threes like this, he is truly a game changer.
We love a delight. He recorded 20 points in the first half, became the first 76ers rookie with a 20-point half in the playoffs in the play-by-play era. He wasn't done making history. Let's jump ahead to the fourth here. Brown gets to a spot, knocks it down, Bobby Marks.
I thought Philly was in trouble here. You get that crowd going.
You saw that look?
But here you go.
Maxey pulls up. This was the bet that Joe Mazzulla made, staying in that drop coverage. He said, we're going to dare you to shoot.
I have not seen the Celtics play this type of coverage the entire season. I think the stats back that up, and I do not think we'll see it this much again. Excuse me, sir.
76ers close this one out. Reverse layup plus the foul. Maxey finished with 29 points. VJ finished with 30 points. The 76ers win this one and even up the series. He's VJ and Paul.
The guy next to you is the first rookie since Tim Duncan to have 30 and 10 in a playoff game, and he surpassed Magic as the youngest guy to ever do that in a playoff game. I was curious what your thoughts are.
You did that? You wildin'? You know, I've been saying it all year long. He's far past a rookie, and are you 21 yet?
No, 20.
What a 20-year-old could do.
Do we need a little handshake like that? A little handshake?
Yeah.
I like that. He became the first, VJ did, the youngest player, rather, in NBA history. He had at least 30 points and 10 rebounds in a postseason game. And that distinction, it previously belonged to Magic Johnson, who was 11 days older than Edgecombe. I love when it has to come down to the nitty-gritty, to the days. All right, today there was something, though, about the Celtics defense that you wanted to highlight. What was that?
I respect Joe Mazzulla, and you know the phrase, in order to go where you've never gone, you've got to do things you've never done. And you're trying to win a championship again, so you're going to do something else. But don't do this again. don't do this again. Don't give them that much space. Don't give VJ Max this much space, because look how wide open VJ is to knock this down. They made 19 threes. That's like giving a layup to a pro. It doesn't matter if that they're not natural shooters. They like to get downhill. When you're this wide open and you see one go down while you're in drop coverage, it's going to be a long night. And once they hit a couple threes, it's like giving the HOV lane to a Ferrari. You're going to go all the way to the basket. You're going to go all the way and hit your step back. You're going to feel so comfortable. Again, I respect Joe Mazzulla, his schemes. He always does different things. But respectfully, don't do that again. Don't do that. I think everyone learned their lesson.
I think they did. And if you didn't learn your lesson from that game, you learn your lesson from the other two games that Philadelphia won during the regular season. Who wins the three-point battle will win this series. In the 6 games played this year, the wins for Philadelphia, 42% from 3. Boston shot 28% in the losses here. So that is going to be the key.
Right.
If you can make threes, you're going to win this series.
Well, 13 of 50 is not what the Celtics want to shoot from 3, but we know that, Perk, they're a high-volume three-point shooting team. What adjustments do you want to see from them as this series shifts back to Philadelphia?
Well, one, I want to see Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Derek White, two-way players play some damn defense and lock that up, all right? VJ Edgecombe them had their moment, but you're not going to change the Joe Mazzulla system offensively. This is who they are. This is the recipe that won them a championship. They're going to continue to shoot that. I would like at times to see a little balance, especially with Jason Tatum, using him in the low post, mid post, even at the nail action, even with Jaylen Brown. Put Tyrese Maxey in a lot of situations where he have to guard those bigger guards in certain areas where it create a mismatch, and, you know, get them an opportunity to probably put them, you know, get them in foul trouble or get them to the free throw line.
Well, and then the question of Joel Embiid hangs over this entire series. Right now that it's even, does that give Joel a little bit more time? We know our Tim Bontemp said he's returned to some ramping up activities here. All right, that's what's happening in the NBA playoffs. We're also, though, a little over 2 weeks away from the start of the WNBA season. Training camps, they're in full swing, and the Indiana Fever, they had media day earlier today. Caitlin Clark, she was open about her return from injury, the differences we're going to see with Indiana and her back on the court this season. Here's Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I think a little bit of off-the-ball stuff, like I think mostly on dead balls. Like I think I'm the best transition player in the league. That's where I thrive. Everybody knows that's my game. So, getting the ball off of rebound or in transition, like that's probably when I'm going to be the primary ball handler more than anything. And then getting off the ball a little bit and catching your breath. Like, it is exhausting bringing the ball up 94 feet versus pressure every single time. So we certainly need to find somebody that can handle the ball a little bit and give me a little bit of a break. And I think Raven and Ty and even other people through camp, Tori's done a great job. I think there's a lot of different things that can give us a lot of different looks and just makes us harder to guard more than anything.
I'm just glad to see her back and healthy, right?
Yes.
We didn't get a full healthy season. And you look here at the 2026 W season schedule for the games on ABC. Keep in mind the doubleheader on opening weekend. It's also going to be available on Disney+. And ABC is going to have 2 more doubleheaders in the first half of the season and then carry 6 standalone games.
We will see you there,
half.
Malika.
We are going to be working, girl.
Today.
All right, so let's just take a look at how things are shaken out in the Western Conference here. Of course, the Thunder, they lead the Suns 1-0. They're going to face the winner of the Rockets and the Lakers. The Lakers, of course, lead that series up 2-0. And then on the lower half of the bracket, both series are all tied up at 1-1. The Nuggets and the Timberwolves, the Spurs and the Blazers, which brings us back to our top story of the day that could have a massive impact on the Western Conference bracket here. Victor Wembanyama, he suffered a concussion on this hard fall in the second quarter of Tuesday night's Game 2 playoff loss to the Blazers. Now, Wemby, he played just 12 minutes before he was placed in concussion protocol. He was ruled out for the remainder of the game there, really taking a hard fall there. Concerning for everyone involved. As we say hello to our Tim McMahon, who we know, Tim, that Victor, he suffered this concussion after this loss. What do we know about his availability moving forward here for Game 3?
Yeah, clearly there's uncertainty here. He's in the concussion protocol. They're going to go step by step with that. Obviously, closely monitor his systems. I was told taking it day by day, but they have to come up with a plan and prepare as if he won't be available in Game 3. If he is, great, but they've got to get ready to play without the face of their franchise. Now, this is a situation that they've been in some this year, and they've had success without Victor Wembanyama. They were up 14 with 8.5 minutes left to go in this game. They didn't lose the game because Wemby got hurt. They lost because they couldn't close it out. But 12-6 this season without Victor Wembanyama. That includes 2-1 against the Portland Trail Blazers during the regular season. De'Aaron Fox had big games in both of those wins without Wemby over the Blazers. And look, there's going to be a lot more on his shoulders, especially if this is another close game down the stretch. But don't know yet. It's too early to know whether it's possible for Victor Wembanyama to play in Game 3. But again, the Spurs, they've been here before in terms of not having to face their franchise. And, we will have to go forward without him for Game 3.
Yeah, certainly they have a lot of experience playing without Victor Wembanyama, but you'd have to think, Tim, that if the Spurs are going to get to where you're standing right now, which is playing Oklahoma City, which is a matchup we're all looking forward to, they're going to need their full complement of players, including at some point Victor Wembanyama. So we certainly hope he gets better soon. Thank you so much for that insight. The good news, though, for San Antonio, depth is not a weakness, right, for this team. They had 7 different players average 10 points a game. That's tied for the most in NBA history. And Keldon Johnson, he was one of those 7, and he appeared in all 82 games off the bench. Our very own Michael C. Wright caught up with Keldon Johnson on his ranch. Yes, I said that, Chanae. We got to get down to Texas.
Yeah.
What up, bro? What's up, baby? How you doing? Welcome to the ranch, man. Yeah, thank you for having us out here, man. This is crazy. Oh, like the mini goats coming? Yeah. I saw some llamas, too. When did you get the llamas? Easter morning, we got the llamas. They've been getting acclimated, so, the donkey been chasing them around a little bit, but, they ain't used to the life out here. Name's Bonnie and Clyde? Bonnie and Clyde. Who named them? You? Yeah, me. For sure. Well, I got some questions about basketball, man. Oh, for sure, let's do it then. What will it mean to play in your first playoffs after this long 7-year journey, man? It's a little nerve-wracking because, I don't really know what to expect because it's my first time, but I'm excited. I feel like it's an amazing opportunity, not only for me, but my whole entire team. I feel like we got that chip on our shoulders.
But Keldon Johnson, a clutch and monster two-hander off the miss.
I feel like I'm prepared. I feel like we've been preparing all year for this opportunity. Let's go back to 2022-23. Wasn't that the year you had a career high score, 22 points? Yeah. when you look at individually, it was a good year. Obviously, you know, we didn't win as many games as I would have loved to win, and that the Spurs organization was accustomed to. So obviously, like it was fun and things like that. But you definitely, once you start winning, you don't really want to look back from that. So yeah, it's a lot different.
Keldon Johnson trying to tie it and does a three from on top.
That year, career high scoring, you do your thing, and they say, Keldon, we want you to move to the bench. Like, what was that conversation like?
You know, Pop was just saying that he thought that would be best for the team, man. You know, I was just like, you know, whatever. I trust you, coach. You know, whatever you feel like is best, you know, I'll do that full-fledged. And, you know, it definitely takes some time to adjust and, you know, get used to coming out the bench and you know, really finding my role and my groove and things. But they seen the bigger picture before I did.
You said they saw the bigger picture before you. Like, I'm guessing the ego took a hit.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I had some individual success. I've been a gold medalist, but I really realized if you want to be, you know, sometimes you got to remove your ego. And San Antonio is the place I wanted to be. Just accepting that was probably the best thing I ever did. I feel like I really, you know, just bought into it, went in full swing with it. You see how the year's doing, it's amazing.
He's such a unique player.
He's the heart and soul. It's just a reflection of his character and his commitment to the organization.
Sixth man of the year. What will it mean for you to win that?
It'll mean so much to me. I feel like just a testament to the hard work. It hasn't always been easy, but you know, it never deterred me, never steered me away. I feel like I just found a way to, you know, be the best Keldon Johnson each and every day.
That's awesome, man, because it's been a long journey for you, man. I remember them dark days when you guys were losing and you always kept a good spirit and said, hey, man, it's not gonna always be like this. I remember that.
For sure, you know, you gotta stay consistent. That's how, you know, foundations are built and you create good habits. And I feel like I'm a living testament to that. I embrace the process each and every step. You know, I've been here from the beginning. It's such a fulfilling feeling that, you know, we're at where we are right now, where I know where we came from. Can't wait to see what this playoff holds for us. Can't wait to see what the future holds for him. I'm excited.
Do you think that he has a llama named Victor Wembanyama? Keldon Johnson, we'll find out tonight if he's taking home some hardware. He's one of 3 finalists for the Sixth Man of the Year award here. As we stick in the West, the Suns taking on the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder here in Game 2. The Suns, of course, are 15.5-point underdogs to the defending champs, which tells you how tall of a task Kendrick Perkins they are facing. So if Phoenix is going to make this even a competitive game, let alone a series tonight, what is it going to come down to?
Well, you know, in all these series, all we keep talking about is the X factor. Well, in this series for the Phoenix Suns, let's talk about who's going to be the factor, who's going to be the guy that's going to lead them, and it got to be Devin Booker. Like, I'm waiting on him to have that moment. He didn't have it really in the play-in tournament. I felt like Jalen Green was that guy for us scoring-wise. When you're going against the champs, and I know this is one of the greatest defensive teams that we've ever seen in NBA history, you still need Devin Booker to rise to the occasion. We're talking about one of the most efficient, elite scorers that this game has ever seen on the big stage. I need to know if he's ready to dance.
What? Respect, Perk, you know I love you. I love you. You're my big bro. But did you see what they were doing to Devin Booker? He still had 23 points. They were double-teaming that man.
Good enough. 23 ain't good enough, Sinead. You got to find a way. We got to realize, listen, I didn't watch Kobe Bryant get doubled. I didn't watch Paul Pierce get doubled, and I still seen them come out with 40 pieces. You still got to find a way. Yes, your coach got to help you. I understand.
Your teammates got to help you, too.
No. I know that, Sinead, but you telling me if Devin Booker continue to average 23, they're going to have a good shot at winning the game in this series?
You do need more points, yes. But still, when I was watching Devin Booker play, I was also seeing that defense that you said is historical double-teaming him. And he needs people to take the pressure off of him when he releases the ball. He's already scoring in those pockets of transition. He's scoring in broken plays. But when you're double-teamed, it's very difficult. This is a defense that forced 17 turnovers against the Phoenix Suns. Do you know how many points they scored off of that? 34, whereas they took care of the ball. They themselves, the Oklahoma City Thunder, only committed 6 turnovers. And so
for how many points?
For 2. For 2. So, like, I understand that we want a Devin Booker moment. Trust me, I love that. He's one of my favorite players. But by design in the playoffs, they're going to attack that man until someone else forces someone else beats them. Someone not named Devin Booker. It's got to be Jalen Green showing up in big moments. We've seen in the play-in, he's exploded. He's had some big games. If he is able to drop 30 or so, that takes pressure off so the defense can move and adjust. But right now, they're just circling around him. Yeah, I know. Yes.
You know what my grandpa used to tell me, God rest his soul, right? When two people disagree, the next word is bet.
Oh, we go. Oh.
All right. Well, then that perfectly brings us to our betting segment.
They're gonna bet a llama. Texans are gonna bet a llama.
By DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, let's roll through a couple of these here, starting with you, Shanae.
And for all of these reasons, I am betting that Jalen Green scores at least 18 points. You need about 25 or 27 from him to take the pressure off of Devin Booker. And speaking of Jalen's, let's go to J-Dub. He will get at least 5 rebounds in my eyes because he's playing aggressive and he's also leading the break when SGA doesn't have the ball. And speaking of SGA, he's due. He's due. He had 25, I think, in game 1. He likes to get to that 30 line, so I like SGA, the front runner for MVP, to be productive. Kendrick.
Kendrick. I'll add that all up, plus 390 on DraftKings Sportsbook. All customers can get a profit boost every day of the playoffs. Download the app, use the promo code SCREEN when you sign up. A llama? We're adding that. The NBA playoffs, the first round continues on ESPN. What day of the week? Wednesday. That's right. The Pistons host Paolo Banchero and the Magic. Then the defending champs, SGA and the Thunder, hosting the Suns. Coverage tips with our friends Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and